How's it going, guys? Nerfka and Charlie here, and we are covering the final playable race of Star Trek Armada 1 Future Tense. And as always with the previous videos, if you like what you see during the video, please like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This will not be the only mod that I will cover for Armada 1 or for Future Tense, as it were. This is just the first one because this is what I'm honestly working on right now as I'm finishing up the beta for the Future Tense team so that we can get this mod released this year using GOG, the GOG install. So this is the Sernaix. Now the first thing I'm going to tell you is don't mind what you see for the UI. We are going to clean this up. I'm looking at ways to make the texture look a little bit crisper, a little bit higher quality. I want to use the same style because I think the Sernaix deserves that, but it's just getting the texture to look a little bit better. But as far as the race themselves, they were created as part of a fan fiction site called Virtual Voyager, and we've discussed this a little bit on the channel before. But essentially, they are from a pocket dimension from quote-unquote Voyager seasons 8 and 9, which was written as fan fiction pretty much the 2 years after Voyager returns from the Delta Quadrant, and they are the new big bad. They make 847 to look like, well, the Federation, by comparison. So they are the big bad, and on the Virtual Voyager website, which I will have linked in the description down below, they go over, a lot of Sernaix technology and lore kind of stuff that was used when this mod started to create the Sernaix in general. So I don't want to really go into that a whole lot, but that's why they're the fourth playable race here. And when I start making mission maps, quote unquote, because I'm going to have to use the multiplayer engine to create mission maps, then you can kind of play through some of the key battles of the story for Future Tense. You'll kind of get a feel for just how ruthless they are. So, like I said, the UI is, we got to fix this a little bit, just clean it up a little bit. As you'll notice, and I haven't linked other voice files yet. And I think I've muted the voice files a little bit as well. You notice the textures rotate. The one bug that is not fixable here is that when a construction vessel, one of these construction station founders, as it were, when they build a station, their animation stops for their texture animation. That cannot be fixed, but it's not really a big deal to me, to be perfectly honest. So let's see here. Let's get a mining facility going. But I went ahead and I added most everything in. I think I need to add in tractor beams for these guys. Though, I don't know. And tell me what you think in the comments. Like, the Sernaix are not really...
Beginning.
There you go. The Sernaix are not really keen to salvaging starships, as it were, or utilizing someone else's starships for their own use. It's not really their jam.
Beginning.
So do they really need tractor beams to capture derelict vessels?
Our new battleship is complete.
Or
our new battleship is complete.
Do they simply just need to destroy stuff? I'm leaning towards the latter.
Our new battleship is complete.
There we go.
Our new battleship is complete.
Mining beam looks like it's the right
Station construction
size, so we're good there. And you see what I mean? Like as soon as, as soon as it's built its first station, its texture animation is done. But like I said, it's fine. That's kind of the fun thing about the Sernaix, though, is everything that they have is animated. Because we wanted that, we want that kind of an animated look. Alright, let's see here. Let's get research. The only
Station
thing that hasn't really been
construction.
done for the
Beginning.
Sernax is their starships and their special weapons have not been locked behind research yet. And I'm not worried about doing that right now. That can be done by the team as we are working on it. Because all the research already has all of its own buttons and
Station
everything.
construction.
And based on what special weapons that might need to be added beyond what I've added in, because that's one of the things we're testing tonight. Besides what I've added in, they might want to add in additional ones, and that's fine. You know, what do you lock it behind on research? And that goes for a lot of the special weapons and the research for all 4 playable races is getting stuff locked behind research. Where do you want it to unlock, and how and all of that. So just working on that. Sector-based fortress. I think I want to keep it fortress. Of course, this is a Sernax vessel.
Station construction complete.
There we go. It's done. You got a pulse turret, a beam turret, and a torpedo turret. Let's build one here. Let me see if this worked out the way I wanted it to. It did. Good, 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 good.
Station construction complete.
So as you can see, we've got 8 research.
Possibly build there.
What do you mean you can't build there? It's an open square. Here.
We cannot possibly build there. Station
Yes, you can.
construction
Build there.
beginning.
As I was saying. So we've got plenty of research here. I mean, you've got, Vortex level 2. We've got level 3. Research for the rifts, which this is going to be literally, you're researching the 2nd shipyard. You're researching the 3rd shipyard. As far as the vortex here, these are going to be for ships within your primary shipyard here. And then you have beam refinement, beam coherence, subspace fields, and you have beam capacity, which these are probably going to be linked more towards special weapons that we have in here. But right now, they just build pods. They really don't do anything. I haven't animated this one yet. Minor.
Station construction beginning.
The big thing for them and the way this is balanced is going to go when it comes to combat balance, because I know that's going to be the first thing you asked. This race will have the highest shield regen out of anybody, even higher than the Borg. The whole premise behind them is they use what's called a photonium hull, and it can basically absorb fire. It can absorb matter, antimatter explosions. It can absorb phaser fire. And the whole premise behind it, you'll see on the website, is it can absorb it up to a certain point before it shatters. So the whole thing will be as you overload their hulls in the fanfiction. And for here, you're not going to be able to fight them one-on-one. They have very super heavy special weapons. But if you can overload their shields with special weapons of your own, like deflector pulses, tricopal torpedoes, shield disruption torpedoes, things of that nature, where you can disrupt their weapons, you can disrupt their shields, you can just straight up obliterate them, they're no match for you. But if you're going ship-to-ship combat, you're basically looking at a scenario like the Borg, where you're going to have to send 5, 6, 7 vessels to destroy one Sernax cruiser that has nowhere near the hull, quote-unquote, or shield regen as a battle cruiser or a battleship. So, and when I have the AI fix for them, the Sernax is not going to build many ships. It's might build 8 ships max, as far as its AI. 8. Whereas other races might build 30 or 40 when you're facing them with the AI. And the reason is simple. 8 Sernax vessels is going to be more than enough to give people a headache when you're fighting against AI just because of how powerful they are. Short of, like I said, special weapons. You play to your strengths against their weaknesses, you'll be fine. The other thing with the AI, though, is they will build rapidly because they're basically pulling ships through interdimensional rifts. So you're going to want to not just destroy their vessels quickly, but the AI will rebuild very rapidly. Your primary target is going to be the shipyards. If you can't take out the shipyards and the construction vessels, you're done. You just will not be able to make headway against the Sernax. That's the way we're going to have it working. And this is the third one. So, first research is done. We're all good. Let's get some combat vessels. Now, I've already seen this when I've shown off this to initial, views on Discord. At least one or two of the vessels give off shadow vibes from Babylon 5. The whole, inspiration behind the Sernax, I'm unsure of, just because I'm not one of the creators of Virtual Voyager. But I can see it. But it's kind of that vibe. They are, like I said, they're basically 8472 ramped up to 13 and then made 4 times as dangerous.
Of course.
This one is literally the lightest vessel that you can build for them, the Sernax Corona. I've got to fix the special weapons because that should not be a square, that should be just a circle. So I'm probably going to switch that from interface. That doesn't need to be interface. That's fine, that's an easy fix. That's literally just their cloak. There we go. And I love that the texture animates through the cloak. So, minor fix. I can have that fixed tonight.
Of course.
But
I'll take care of it.
now, if you notice the base shields, Sernax weapons are firing on them. And you'll notice the shields are near instant heal.
Can I be of service?
That's what you're dealing with the Sernax. Even Sernax heavy weaponry, it's going to be hard to pierce it.
Of course.
Can you capture these vessels? Yes, you can. Good luck. You better have a lot of ships that have boarding crews, disabling weapons. You better be on it.
Ship
Build
construction
a
is
thorn. And let me get the second one in here. Now, the one thing we do have to fix with this one is how the build point is oriented. Because it's not building out the way it should.
How can I be of service?
The one reason you'll see that they have different hull colors is in the Sernax lore.
Of course.
The photonium hull, or photonium hull, however it's pronounced. So don't quote me on that, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. The color denotes the strength.
How can I be of service?
And the black and white hulls are the weakest, whereas the green hulls are the strongest. And then you got blue and yellow, which are kind of an intermediary. This one I didn't put any special weapons on, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't. No, I did. Like I said, a couple of bugs I gotta fix. This thing only has one weapon, and it's basically, it's coded the same way as the Federation Deflector Beam.
Of course.
But it's an automatic firing mode.
Of course.
It will not target enemies. I mean friendlies, I should say, so I can't test it here.
is beginning.
Let me build my favorite, the Sernax Genix, which reminds me of Moya.
Our new battleship is complete.
On my way.
Yep, slipstream drive, I gotta fix that. That's
All
fine.
right. What is it now? I'll kill you myself.
There you go, fire.
On my way.
And their color of the weapons denote strength. I believe it's the red ones or the weaker ones. If they're firing blue weaponry, it's their more powerful weapons. They're described as phased energy. They're essentially phasers, but ramped up by 4. It's something that's honestly, once I begin refining the Federation, they will be armed on the Voyager A, because the Voyager A Sernax Enhanced version has those.
Direct my wrath.
Quite fun to watch.
concur.
And as you can see, this is firing both blue and red beams. Red is going to be a little bit weaker, but faster firing. Blue is going to be stronger, but low firing. Point defense beams. Alright, second rift is done. You'll see what I mean when we build this first starship here. It doesn't come out the way it's supposed to. It's supposed to come out this way. It comes out that way. And it's probably just fixing part wings, like milkshake or something. I just don't want to mess with the animation.
Of course.
This is your Sernaix battleship. It's got polyphasic torpedoes and modulated phased energy beam.
Of course.
As you notice, it's a green hull. And then we have the Sernaix node. Yeah, I think I can fix that. Okay, it's missing one thing, and it's got the Keltite. This is essentially the strongest ship-to-ship weapon that is known.
Yes.
It's nuts.
Yes.
Then I need to build this rift.
Why waste your time with beauty when you can tame the beast? Yes. They are merely stepping stones.
There you go. That's some
How
firepower
can I be of
for you.
service?
One volley can almost take it out, but you notice how quickly they shield regen. This is the point of the Sernaix. You're going to have to hit them with everything you've got to defeat them. But this is literally what's going to build.
Of course.
When I have the AI written out,
How can
I
I
might
be
build
of
2
service?
Coronas, 2 Genexes,
Direct my wrath.
maybe a Serpent, nothing a Thorn, one of each here, and then the one ship that this builds, and then that's it. That'll be all your fighting.
How can I be of service?
Let me see if I can show you how strong this thing's shields is.
I'll take care of it.
So this is what you're kind of dealing with here.
Someone like you, with a
And
heart of a will of stone. Over.
there you go. So yeah, it's been fun fixing them up. Like I said, it's minor things. Getting this to, instead of being a square, getting I just need to put an alpha channel in here. And once the alpha channel's in, it'll be a circle instead, which will work out beautifully.
What is it now?
Let's see here. That's good the way it is. Just need to see if I
I
can
am
get
ready.
specials on that one, specials on this one.
How can I be of service?
That has specials, that has specials. One has one, it needs a second one. It needs the phase cloak. That's what it's missing.
How can I be of
Missing.
service?
They're missing their cloaks.
State your will. How can I be of service?
So these 3 ships are missing their cloaks. That's easy enough to fix. Alright. Let's see, where are we at on the rift? 70%. Oh!
What is it now? On my way. On my way.
You dare challenge the Sernaix? Now, of course, I'm going to fix the shield regen in the races, but notice, it's 2 starships. Nothing.
How can I be of service? Of course.
This is kind of what you're going to be looking at. If you play as the Sernaix, the AI doesn't stand much of a chance. So that's why the AI for the other races are going to build 4-star ships, a little bit more potent. There we go. Send them on their merry way. Ah, yes, the final one is ready. This only builds 1 starship. You're about to see how dangerous it is. It's already built.
Thy bidding. It is
This is a dreadnought with the cool Janul. This is pretty much the kelp weapon, which is the best ship-to-ship weapon. It's been now enhanced for stations or even planets. And yes, there will be an instance where in the multiplayer mission maps I make, you'll get to use it against a planet. Which, I mean, in Armada 1, a planet is essentially a station if you're trying to interact with it. But, yeah.
Embrace the end. So be it.
Bam. As soon as you overload its shields, it's over.
By your words.
So it's literally fixing, like, this also needs a phase cloak. So it's fixing the cloak on a few vessels, getting these buttons to be what they need to be, and investigating 1 or 2 models. But this is about it. Now, what's going to be fun...
How can I be of service? Yours to command. By your words. Of course.
is we're going to have some fun.
Our new battleship is complete.
That one. We already have this. So Cobalt Field, Jade Mountain, Violet Sun,
Is complete.
Steel Sand. And we'll take out the Carnage, as it were.
What is it now?
And these names, like Cobalt Field, that's the naming convention that is from the Virtual Voyager series that was written as fan fiction. So a lot of the what we've tried to do is follow that lore. It's just instead of it being in 2381-ish, it's in 2409.
On my way.
Well, Romulans are in trouble. And I haven't even installed everything that this race is supposed to have, to be perfectly honest. I could add a lot more in here when it comes to polyphasic torpedo spreads and boarding parties and things of that nature. There could be a lot more here. And that might be something I'll work on this evening while this video processes. You poor thing.
On my way. On my way.
Here we go. Let's send them in here. I'll end this video with, we'll show you what the Sernaix can do against, well, the Romulans. They have no idea what's coming. It makes it funny.
Of course.
Alright. Oh. And for reference, that's like a light cruiser. That's essentially what it is.
A bold move.
Let's see if this beam breaks anything. That worked. Got it. There you go. 5-star ships can't even harm this base. Sernaix AI.
My way.
5 starships have just obliterated
My
what you
way.
built.
Killing myself.
So you do weapon textures. Nice. Alright. Really, the Romulans didn't stand a chance with what they were doing.
Myself.
Alright, well, I think that about covers it for tonight's video. Like I said, minor fixes, making sure special weapons are working. At least one of them doesn't. That's going to be an easy fix to check. And then, fixing these buttons. Making sure that the special weapon lists are right. Eventually rotating that build so it comes out this way versus that way. So very minor things, and then we'll probably end up fixing, or I should say, crisping up this background texture just because it needs to look a little bit better, at least in my mind. The team might think differently, and they might decide it is fine as is. You guys watching this video, comment down below. What do you think of the Sernaix? This is the big bad of the entire mod. These are the ones that are the most dangerous. Next time we do a video, I'll be testing AI, and we'll probably do some playthroughs of the mission maps that I make for multiplayer as I make them. Then we'll probably do one final video just showing off, more than likely, the new intro videos or videos that might be tying into the missions. We do have one or two of the really old ones made in like 06, 07, but I'm trying to convince the mod creator to basically put his now 20 years of experience in video making into use for this. So we'll see. Like, comment, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Y'all have a good one.